Good morning, guys. Welcome back. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm currently holding on by a thread. I just started my period and it's not going fun. I'm having one of those weird periods where my body doesn't feel like my body. I don't know if you guys ever feel that way, but I'm currently dealing with that. So I'm about to work out. I was actually laying in bed for about 2.5 hours just contemplating whether I wanted to switch my rest day for today instead of tomorrow, because I was kind of feeling out of it and like I was having some like pelvic pains, not pains, just like the uncomfortable feeling, if you guys know what I mean. I'm very grateful to not have horrible pains when I'm on my period, but I do still get uncomfortable pains, and so I was dealing with that today and I was thinking maybe about just resting today. But then I started thinking and I was like, you know what, my period's not on a heavy flow right now. What if it is tomorrow? I'm still capable of getting a workout in. It's just that I'm convincing myself to not do it, but I don't want to let that train of thought win. So I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna work out, and I'm gonna probably just focus mainly on upper body because I don't really feel like doing lower body. I want to work out mentally, it's just that my body feels a little uncomfy, but it's not like uncomfortable to the point where like I can't do it. I can convince myself to not do it, but it's doable. So that's like one thing with like consistency, is that sometimes we can easily convince ourselves to rest overdoing because we feel a little uncomfortable or a little too tired, and you know your body the best and you know the difference between I'm tired, I need rest, and I'm just convincing myself that I need rest. So I feel like it was one of those days, but I'm excited. I'm getting ready to work out. Okay, so I don't know if you guys know this or if you guys caught on by now, but I'm a very open book, especially when it comes to like my period. I don't know if it's just that I grew up with all sisters, but I've always been very open about my period. Like I don't try to hide it from anyone, men or women. So I don't know, I thought it would be fun to have ourselves a little like period talk while I have my pre-workout here. I don't know why I thought that, but I did. So I'm just gonna tell you guys the story of when I got my period. I find that that's always like a little conversation, not a conversation starter. I don't think anyone pulls up and meets someone new and they're like, so when'd you get your period? But it's definitely a question I feel like any group of friends ask. So to be honest, I can't pinpoint the exact like time or year when I got my period, but I know I was around 12 or 13 because I grew up in the time back in the day when kids would still play outside, and even when you were like 13 or so, you weren't too old to be playing. So I remember we were in Mexico at my tia's house and we were outside just like running around playing like one of those games. Like I don't know if you guys ever played like Stop, that like the red light green light games. We were playing like that type of games, and all of a sudden I felt this little like gushing sensation downstairs and I was like, did I just pee myself? So I ran into the bathroom, sat down because I thought I was about to pee, looked at my underwear and there was a stain, and I was like, I'm a woman. I am not child anymore. So I called for my mom, and when she came over, she was like, you just got your period, like, you know, this is something normal. I don't remember the exact conversation with my mom, but I do know that she just like told me like what was going on, because I had an idea of what was coming for me, but I didn't know. So my mom just kind of like said what it was, and then she gave me a pad and stuff, and I remember walking outside back where everyone was, and I just remember thinking to myself, I can't play with these children anymore. I'm a woman. And so then I think I just didn't play because I was scared, and I had blood coming out of me, so this was not something light. So that's the story of when I got my period. Ooh, maybe I should talk about some of like the things that I deal with on my period. So when I'm on my period, I am an emotional roller coaster. Okay, weird. Throughout my lifespan, the way my body reacts to my period has changed. And now as I'm older, when I'm on my period, I get this sort of like body dysmorphia where every time I look in the mirror, I feel very ugly. Like my hair is just super like weird. It's like dry and greasy at the same time, and I just like I can't deal with it. My face gets oily. My body feels bloated, so it makes me look at myself like I gained more weight. So that is something that I feel like is very common with periods, but a lot of people don't talk about it because it can be like a controversial thing to say, because body dysmorphia is something that's very, very serious. But also, it's not like I'm saying I have body dysmorphia 24/7. It's just that my period literally gives me that throughout the time that I'm on my period. And I just thought I'd mention it because I don't know if I've never heard anyone else really talk about having that or dealing with that when they're on their period. And so it made me feel really alone. And for a while I thought I was broken, and I was like, what's going on? Like, why is this happening? And then I just started Googling, and I ended up finding out that it's a thing. So, and on top of that, that makes me feel like a stranger in my own body. And so sometimes when I'm working out on my period, I'm working out, but it doesn't even feel like I'm doing anything, and it's so weird. Like, it almost just feels like an out-of-body experience. I don't know how to explain it, but I've always wondered if other people felt like that too. And I asked on Instagram, and some of you guys related to that too. So see, like, this is why I think it's very important to be open about what you deal with, because even if you think no one else deals with it, other people are likely to relate to you. Anyways, that's where I'm at right now. That's what I've been dealing with. Yesterday was just like, it was a good workout, but also at the same time it just felt like it didn't work out. So it was weird. I'm hoping to have a better workout today, but we'll see. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get started and not talk so much. That went down the wrong pipe. We've established before that Aunt Flo loves to bring gifts when she comes. And so I have the like typical reoccurring pimple breakouts that I always get on my period. I always need one of these days, like today, when I just take the time to really enjoy a little self-care moment. And so I decided I was going to do a little face mask. And this is the one that I'm going to do here. It is just an Innisfree pore clearing clay mask with super volcanic clusters. I don't know, I feel like my pores could use some clearing. So I'm going to use this mask. I don't know why, but I prefer like clay mask or peel off mask over the sheet mask. I just feel like these actually do something for me, whereas the other ones feel like they're more refreshing. And I guess because like I'm physically doing something, like washing it off or like peeling it off, that it makes me think like it's doing something. I thought I'd come on here real quick and remind us the importance of rest days. I feel like it's very easy for us to just fall down the rabbit hole of feeling like we need to have a productive day in order for the day to feel like it counted, and I fall victim to that. You know, I have gotten better at it over time, especially with giving myself those designated rest days. As I mentioned, that, you know, it's important to have a designated rest day throughout the week because we could so easily just forget to rest or feel guilty when it comes to resting. But having that designated rest day within your routine just allows you to feel and understand the importance of resting. But as you know, our subconscious mind just loves to think, and so every once in a while when I'm just resting, it pops up in my head. It's like, hey, you should probably be doing something productive. Especially for me with like filming the motivational Monday videos, I feel like every video has to just be like go go go. I have to do something super productive in order for the video to feel like it counted or like it benefited you guys. But at the same time, I also want to remind you guys how important it is to rest and to just sometimes slow down, or, you know, take the time to be with yourself or heal or just relax and chill. You don't have to do all of these things in order for it to feel like you had a great day. I just wanted to come on here and share that feeling with you guys, because sometimes it might seem like I'm always 100% motivated, I'm always on the go, I'm always being productive, but like truth is, like, I need to slow down sometimes. I like to slow down sometimes, even though like today, you know, I started my day off with a workout, but yet also like the rest of the day I allowed myself to rest because I am on my period, and my period just makes me feel uncomfortable, and I don't want to do all these things.
I made my way over to the fridge to have myself a little brunch moment when all of a sudden I realized no eggs! Then I remembered, no problem, what would Dora do? So we put the Crocs in sports mode. Then I made my way over to Sam's Club. I was a girl on a mission. Nothing was going to stop me now. Oh, except for these dino nuggets. I had to pick one up. My compliments to the chef.
These were cooked to perfection.
That was too good. And then I decided to see what Brenda would do.
Excuse me, ma'am. I'm John Quinones with the TV show What Would You Do?
Mission complete. Finally got my huevos.
And just like that, we're back. Now I can finally make myself some breakfast because I am very hungry because it is currently 2 in the afternoon and I haven't eaten yet. Well, actually I did eat. I had a granola bar. I had the other granola bar in my pack. But anyways, I'm gonna make myself breakfast and I really needed eggs today because your girl, she was craving a McDonald's breakfast. And while I stand behind going to go get my McDonald's breakfast if I'm craving it, I don't want to give in to the temptation because if you guys want to know something, I'm really good at making excuses for myself. And this is something that usually gets triggered when I'm on my period. As you guys know, I normally don't really have cravings and I don't know why, but over time, the symptoms that I get during my period have changed. And one of the symptoms that I've developed is cravings. And for me, it's so easy to be like, oh, I'm craving something, I'm on my period, let me just go get it. And that's not the problem. The problem is that I do that multiple times throughout my period. So if for breakfast, I'm like, oh, I want McDonald's, I'll go and get McDonald's. But then for lunch, I want pizza, I'm gonna go get pizza. And you know what? I also want the snack, so I go and get the snack. That's where the problem lies, is that I will consistently make excuses and then all of the progress that I made prior to getting my period goes down the drain because now all of a sudden I've created that habit of giving into every single craving, every single temptation over and over again. And I swear it is so hard to break a bad habit, but so easy to create a bad habit. And that is why today I'm not gonna give into the temptation of going to McDonald's and I'm gonna make myself a homemade version of what I would get at McDonald's. Let me get started. I'm gonna make myself a little breakfast sandwich. Okay, so I'm actually gonna try something real quick. Normally I toast my bread, but I think this time I'm just gonna go ahead and heat it up in the oven. But I'm just gonna take some butter and put it on the top here. Also on one side, I'm gonna go ahead and sprinkle some mozzarella cheese. So we're gonna go ahead and toast it and turn it on. Breakfast is served. Normally you wouldn't get avocado on your sandwich at McDonald's, but since I made it at home, I had the luxury of adding avocado. So I'm gonna go ahead and just dig right in. If you guys remember from last week's video, I talked about how I stained the little well that we got outside. Well, I was wearing my Crocs and the stain paint fell all over my Crocs. So as you can see, they literally have stains all over it and water won't get rid of them. I was thinking, what if I use a magic eraser to clean off my Crocs? And Brenda says it's not gonna come off because she's tried it before, but I think she just didn't try hard enough. So one broken magic eraser later, and the stains actually came off. There's a couple of stains left on there, but in comparison to what it was before, it actually worked.
If you guys remember from last Monday's video, I mentioned how I wanted to start picking one video and then doing that same video throughout the week. I'm currently trying to pick my workout for this week. So this video right here is the video I did all of last week. And so these three right here are the ones that I'm currently thinking of doing this week. In order to pick, I just kind of like fast forward through it and see what sort of workouts I'm gonna have to do, and then I want to see if it's like what I want to try to do this week. So honestly, like I didn't even have to look through the other ones because that one looked like it was a pretty good workout. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the 30-minute intense full body fat burning dumbbell workout by Selimar, and then I'll just go ahead and start my workout with that, and then depending on each day I'll target something else on top of it. But this is just kind of like what I've been doing recently, and I've actually very much so been enjoying it, and I just picked it out right now so that way I'm ready to go for Sunday to set myself up for success. I also already put my clothes to wash, so I have fresh clean clothes for the week. So we're gonna do two things. I'm going to go ahead and first put on some of these, which by the way I was skeptical to see if these actually worked because I tried the Mighty Patch ones and they didn't work for me, or I'm not sure if I just didn't do it right when I tried it, but I was like, okay, pimple patches, they don't work, or at least they don't work for me. So I just kind of gave up hope on them. But then I had a really big pimple one time and I was like, I gotta get rid of this, and it wasn't going away. So I decided to try these out because I'm like, okay, I've seen everyone wear these ones. Maybe they're doing it for the aesthetic, but I mean, I don't think people are spending like $12 or $14, however these were, just for the cute aesthetic when they could easily wear like a regular star sticker. So I was like, let me give these a try, and then I did. And actually, if you follow me on Instagram, I did a little try on test, and I have a before and after picture. It actually worked, but I actually very much so like these, and I mean, on top of that, they're cute. They're little stars. Make sure I'm putting it on right. Like, isn't that just cute? Right. Next step is I'm going to comb through my hair and braid it. I like to put an oil in my hair because I feel like it makes my hair softer. I always put my hair in a braid when I go to sleep because I swear before I used to not put my hair in a braid and I would break out a lot around here. I'm about to do a little nose strip. I'm just using this one right here. They're the Biore Charcoal Deep Cleansing Pore Strips. I don't really think that the charcoal does anything, but these were cheaper, so that's why I got these. But I need to go wet my nose real quick. Also, I do like to take the tip of the strip and cut that part out because I have a lot of blackheads right here on the center tip of my nose, and the strip never covers that. So I like to take the edge of it and put it right here. It is very painful, I'm not gonna lie, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So I decided I'm gonna make myself some tea, if I can find the pot for it. Well, that's awkward. Guys, unfortunately, I have resorted to standing by my water because I've burned a water or two in my day. I don't know how, but I just forget. So now I just stand right in front of it. Okay, so I'm about to remove this, and not gonna lie, it doesn't feel like I stuck it on right, but we shall see if I stuck it on right. Okay, I stuck it on right. I can already feel the pull on my skin. It's like the... Okay. It's that little piece right there that I told you guys about. Bro. Oh. It's literally so funny how just like one little piece can hurt so much, but it's literally like barely holding on by a thread. Well, you know, I don't think I stuck it on right, or I mean, I didn't stick it on that well, but it did get rid of quite a lot. At least it's a pass. I would show you guys, but that's probably really gross. I'm gonna go clean this off real quick.
guys have been here a while, you guys remember that I got this notebook on my birthday so that I could write every single day on here up until my next birthday. Well, I'm being honest, I did not keep up with it. But it is never too late to pick it up again and just continue. And that is what we're gonna do now. The last time I wrote in here was March. Continue on where I left off. It's June. I have another wait, when's my birthday? The 11th. Yes, I have 5 more months to just kind of fill this up. I have so far been keeping up with the scripting, so I think this one's going to be my scripting journal, and then this is just going to be like where I release my thoughts and how I've been feeling and all of that stuff in this one. But I'm just gonna go ahead and continue journaling and drink my tea, and then I think I'm gonna end the night off with a little meditation. So I'm also gonna search one up and then just do that.